A few years ago, my amazing CEO, Alex, proclaimed that we, by which she meant me, were going to start writing blogs for our group psychology practice website. Now, this made total sense. Everyone knows that blogs are a great way to engage with clients. You really get to build that rapport and connect. And as a little bonus, it builds up the SEO for your website. But I won't go into that too much just yet. What I want to share with you today are 3 tips for getting over the fear of blank page when blogging for the first time. I'm Maddie, Head of Community and Blogging Coach for Beacon, and here's my story. So, Alex had told me we wanted to start blogging, and to be honest, I was thrilled. I absolutely love writing, I always have. And at the time I was at university, so I was writing these massive academic essays. They were all APA legislated. They were peer-reviewed using a bunch of journal article references. So I thought, a little blog, this is going to be a piece of cake. It's absolutely going to be amazing. I'll get to be creative. And as a bonus, I get to share this with the clients who I worked with and loved. Now, what I quickly found out is that it would be anything but a piece of cake. And I do not say this to scare you or to deter you from writing your own blogs. I say this because it's something that not many people take into account when they plan their blogging. For a really long time, blogs were considered just a hobby or a nice value add, but more and more, clients are wanting to learn about you, who you are, why you do what you do, and then what you do. They also want to see some real value, and blogging creates that right from the beginning. Most of us got into these professions because we want to help people, and blogs do that. You give them that little bit of help, and it doesn't deter them from booking in with you. Instead, what it does is it creates you as an expert in your area, it gives you credibility, but also it shows them a little bit about who you are. When we choose who we want to see as health professionals, more and more, particularly millennials, are looking at who the person is. And this makes sense. If you're going to trust someone with some of the most vulnerable parts of you, you want to know that you're actually going to like that person. So for me, when I sat down to write this blog, I was hit with the full force of a blank page. And honestly, it was such a weird feeling. At first, I thought it was writer's block, but I quickly realized it was the opposite. I had so much I wanted to write about. I didn't know where to start. And what soon happened was this blog kept getting pushed further and further back because something more important would always come up. Fast forward a few weeks, still no blog. I sit down for a mentoring session with Alex, my CEO, and expect to be asked, where is this blog? Why haven't you done it? She's not a horrible person. That's just my anxiety talking. So I really was ready and had all these excuses, and they were real excuses. They were genuine things. You know, I'll do it when this project's finished. I'm just not sure if this is what I want to write about. Basically everything except for the dog ate it. What really happened though was that instead of asking me why, Alex asked me what barriers I thought I was facing to writing the blogs. And that's when it hit me. I was scared, like genuinely scared. And that sounds silly, right? Because it's just this little piece of writing. But when you think about it, it opens you up for criticism because you're not just writing another essay that you hand to a professor. You're writing something that's going to be shared into basically the infinite internet. And while that's a big hope that everyone on the internet would see the blog, it's still a little bit daunting. And especially if you're someone who, like me, has a little bit of perfection tendencies, it makes it tricky. But I got through it. And this is why I'm so passionate about working with wellness professionals to help them get their blogs started, but more importantly, to continue their blogs. So, here are my 3 tips for pushing through the blank page fear and getting your blog started. Number 1, write for yourself first. You have to be enjoying what you're writing before anyone else can. And you're more likely to continue writing if it's something you love. So write for yourself first. Think, is this something I would enjoy reading? But when doing that, think about it from the perspective of the person reading it. So it's amazing that you have all of this knowledge and all of this expertise. But remember, not everyone knows the technical terms that we use for things. You're not making yourself seem any less intelligent or of an expert by using words that are easily understandable by the general population. But, like I said, write for yourself first. So if it does come out and it's highly technical, that's okay, because you've got something. And from there, you can decide how you want to approach that when you edit it. You can decide who this is going to be seen by. So if it is something that's a bit more technical, maybe it's not for your ideal audience. Maybe you need to rethink how to approach that. But I can tell you that when you genuinely enjoy something and put something you like out there, people are going to enjoy it too. Number 2, accountability is a huge motivator, and I highly recommend doing it. So whether it's having a coach like myself or simply telling a friend or a colleague that you're going to be starting a blog and giving them an actual date that you're going to have your blog done by, you have someone else who's expecting this. And most humans are big on performing, especially for other people. So it's highly likely that you're not going to delay it if you know that other people are expecting it and waiting for it. A nice little bonus of that is that it keeps you on track and can help you develop a routine. But also, it gives you those people who will show you some love as soon as it's out. They're the people like friends and family and colleagues who will enjoy reading your blog and will read it and will like it and will share it and will comment. And another added bonus is that they may even opt to edit it for you. So just have a quick read and see that it makes sense, especially if they are someone outside of your discipline and closer to the general population. Making sure that they can understand it is a really great help. And third, but most importantly, if you're not putting it out there, you're not helping anyone. I think that got your attention. I know for me it certainly did. I was having a chat with a great blog content creator, and I told her that I was really struggling to get anything out because I wanted to just keep editing and reworking. I wanted it to be perfect. And what she told me was, well, you're being a little selfish. And I thought, my goodness, what do you mean? I'm doing this to help people. And she said, exactly. If you're not putting it out there, you're not helping anyone. There are people out there who genuinely need to hear this. And if you're not putting it up, they can't. And as someone who works in the helping field, that made so much sense, and I'm sure it will for you, that we got into this because we want to help people, and by actively doing something that isn't helping them, basically goes against everything we stand for. So if that's not a big enough motivator, I don't know what is. And again, as that little bonus, or actually a big bonus, blogging is a great way to set up your long-term growth of your business, particularly online, using SEO. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into creating a blog, including keywords and things that are going to help you rank when you're being searched on the web. But I'll do another series on that shortly. What I want you to think about today is, why are you going to blog? Who are you going to do it for? And how can you make it as impactful and enjoyable for yourself as well? Have a think about these things, and if you ever want any help, I'm right here. If you'd like to learn more about what I do at Beacon, how I help people grow their businesses, please click on the link below or check out our upcoming live action 12-week course in which I'm one of the coaches. Thank you.